secure the objective. Hardpoint locked down. Lead dart. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Take your head out your ass and your finger off the trigger.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
Hostile marksman removed.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Priming. Eyes on hostile Semtex.
Hardpoint is secure.
Incoming grenade. Enemy thermal barrel.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Crash. Enemy stunned.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Tally thermal grenade. Go check your spot.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint identified. Engaging shooter.
Take your head out your ass and your finger off the trigger.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Troop to contact.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostile
Hardpoint
scrambler is
located.
done. Hostile marksman removed.
Hardpoint active.
Incoming grenade!
Ready.
Hostile attached to hardpoint.
Get down, sniper! Semtex, front! Five down. Enemy long rifle, heads down. Good, sniper is down.
Hardpoint is secure. Using arcane judgment. Hardpoint identified.
TACOM, give me a UAV.
Hardpoint is active.
Hostile
Hardpoint
marksman
locked
removed.
down.
Hostile gone. Eyes on hostile Semtex.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Bringing in recon.
Hostile RCXD in your AO. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active.
Semtex, front!
Hardpoint is
Mix
secure.
me.
Hostiles attached to
Sniper's down.
hardpoint.
Move up.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint is secure.
Hostile
Hardpoint
front.
requesting UAV.
5 hostiles neutralized.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint's active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
You hand it out.
No medals for second place. Crush those dirtbags.
Enemy thermal barrel.
Hardpoint located.
Okay. What are you doing?
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Enemy with second.
Get down,
Why
sniper!
not? It was no.
Hardpoint locked down.
That's not nice. Huh? That's not very nice. Okay.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Hostile target.
Ouch, that's it.
Hang on. Let me call Langley. Give him the good news.
Clean win. Good
That's
shit.
not very nice.
fart.
Team deathmatch. Neutralize all threats.
BDA 1 down.
Sky stack.
Enemy long rifle is active.
Indicating waypoint. Rally on marked course.
On top of that, the pair had planned to hit the bank this Friday morning because there was supposed to be a money delivery a few hours earlier. However, again, bank robberies, deliveries were purposefully sporadic. So Emil kept yelling at the assistant manager to give him the rest of the money because he thought there was more even though there wasn't none, and what there was took longer to get hold of. This would cause the two to eat up the entirety of their 8 minutes. Larry was again out in the lobby on crowd control. However, for some reason, 3 minutes after this all began, he walked outside to the front door of the bank. To me, this indicates that he probably saw
Nice.
the patrol
We're pulling
car
ahead.
see them as they were walking inside, because I don't know why else he would do this. He walks out the front doors, and then just standing there, ski mask and AK to his side, looks down in one
Clear.
direction,
Sniper is down.
and down the street to the other direction, and then just walks back in. It's a case that whenever he looked south, he could probably see the cop car, which was the initial cop car that called for backup. So what probably happened, in my opinion, is he saw the cop car and then thought this is probably going to be bad. So then
Hostile
he's
appears
on ground
KIA.
control, he gets everyone down, and then walks back outside the check, sees the cop car and thinks, yeah, it's going to get bad. After he comes back inside, he goes to the security guard who is laying on the ground with everyone else before putting a gun to the back of his head and saying, whenever I tell you to, move everyone into the vault. Larry then says something to Emil, most likely informing him that there's police outside and it's about to be a fight. So Emil zips up the bag he's been filling, which contains $3,305, as well as 3 dye packs. Dye packs, for those that don't know, are these little packets of dye that are made to explode if something's stolen or taken away, so that it becomes unusable and traceable for whoever stole it. I'm sure Emil wasn't aware of this, and after a short discussion with Phillips, they changed their name. While all of this is happening inside, on the outside, police are taking up defensive positions around the front door of the bank. I also want to mention, very quickly, I looked at so many different interviews and documentaries and websites in preparation for this, and
Hostile
this
grenade.
only happens
Let's fuck.
with
Watch
stories
it.
or cases I read about that wrong, but like entire documentaries had no idea what they were talking about. Like the majority of them conflicted with the footage that is clearly visible and said that Blair did things that they did not do. One of the documentaries said that the two split up at one point and Emil walked out of a door that doesn't actually exist. One of them claimed that Emil was so intoxicated on the barbiturates that he passed out at one point, which he did not. And one of them claimed that Larry tried to kill Emil. No, it was too dumb. I had to get that off my chest. Especially before this whole situation goes from bad to worse, which it's about to right now. So the first wave of officers has now made their positions in front of the bank. Emil is currently trying to bust open the ATMs in order to get some more money. So Larry steps out of the bank, now seeing more police cars lined up in front of him, and just starts shooting. Again, his AK had been illegally converted, so he full auto fire in the middle of a busy street in LA at 9 in the morning. See, folks don't know, police were not allowed to carry rifles in their cruiser during this time. Because of that, nearly every officer at the scene only had a Beretta M92 or a Smith & Wesson revolver. The largest caliber that the police had on hand was this, a 9mm bullet. For a comparison, one of the guns that Larry used was an HK-91 Chevy 308, which, if this is a 9mm, this is what they were carrying. Now, normally up close, it doesn't matter, a bullet's a bullet. However, this gunfight took place from several hundred feet away, and Larry and Emil were decked out in body armor. Meaning, even if a police officer managed to hit an insane shot from 200 feet away with the armor was down the ground. And meanwhile, Larry and Emil were able to use the doors of police cars. So for the first 4 minutes, Larry's just standing outside, shooting a lot, and then reloading, and then shooting again without really worrying about cover. And the police on the receiving end were essentially pinned down on casualties. Several officers and civilians were receiving gunshots in the legs and arms. Police began retrieving shotguns from their vehicles, but again, at the distance, they didn't do much, and what they did do, the armor stopped. One officer who was wounded stumbled into a dentist office that was located stumbled into the door bleeding. The dentist began to patch him up as his partner went inside and shot him. After 4 minutes, Larry steps back into the doorway of the bank and Emil comes out to join him. The police during this time are trying to take pot shots at the two, but anytime one of them gets a shot off,
clear. Sniper's down.
Make their way back to the car. I also want to shut down a rumor that's often associated with this case. A lot of the media outlets that report on it, and again, even make documentaries about it to this day for some reason, say that these two were unbelievably intoxicated and barely able to comprehend what they were doing. There are several cases coming up that disprove this, and the first one's here. The two began a bounty maneuver in which Emil laid down covering fire from Larry as he came into a position in the parking lot, and then Larry got in, stopped, and laid down covering fire from Also, during this time, several people on the scene, including officers who were interviewed, said that he was allowed to shots, and that's why he shots in the same target. However, during covering fire, the purpose is not to wait for someone to pop up and fire, it's to lay down enough shots so that they never have a chance to fire. The two were very skilled and very well thought out when it came to their strategy, which is what makes the following several minutes all the more interesting. As Emil began to follow Larry to the parking lot, about 6 feet after leaving the door, the dye packets exploded. Now, what Emil did not know, or at least didn't realize in the heat of the moment, is that most of the money was fine, as it was still wrapped in plastic. However, Larry, thinking that it was all ruined, dropped the money bag. Also, during this time, all the officers on the scene had their early things going on. An officer that was shot in the leg pulled off his gun belt and used it as a makeshift tourniquet to stop the bleed. And upon rounding the corner, his first effective hit when he was shot just above the eye. This was also around the same time that media helicopters arrived on the scene and filmed from the air. During the video, you can see Emil grabbing his head and then touching the hood of the white car next to him and the clearly visible blood prints. It seems that getting shot in the face highly discouraged Emil from continuing the fight. At this point, it's believed the two had taken several rounds of body armor.
We've taken control!
After this, Emil goes and sets in the car. It's unknown if he did this in order to leave or to gather himself. Either way, certainly not.
Clock's ticking, Black Ops. Close this shit down.
What happened during the next 30 minutes is a mystery. There seems to be a conversation happening between the two on the ground, but we can't be sure what it is. Regardless of what Neil's intentions are in this moment, it seems that Larry is ready to fight. He keeps sweeping the areas where he as well as checking the streets in which police could be coming down, as well as coming around the building and checking the drive-through lane. All the while, when he goes to these corners, he continues firing shots. Now, it's not known if Larry was doing this for strategic purposes. Perhaps he thought the only way he could get away is if he took out some of the resistance at the end, or he just decided that this was going to be his Alamo, and he was going to take some guys out while he was on his way. Now, at this exact point in the gunfight, whenever the two of them are by the vehicle, it's very
Come on, let's fight.
Clear. Sniper's
the police
down.
who were there were pinned down and couldn't do anything to stop them. One officer even remarked over the radio that if they tried to leave, don't shoot. Now, this is not the way
Fucking me! Activate catch-back protocol.
Talk
Get
about
your
a
ass
shit
back
shot.
to
Move
base.
out, Black Ops.
long-term problem. He was probably worried about the short term. Or at least he should have been. Maybe Larry just didn't know his situation. He's convinced the police would show him around.
5 kills, there's your bar. It's a low one. Dropped enemy.